Are you conducting a systematic review or meta-analysis and struggling to create a professional PRISMA Flow Diagram? In this video, I'll show you step-by-step how to develop a complete PRISMA 2020 Flow Diagram using Review Manager, commonly known as RevMan. By the end of this tutorial, you'll learn how to enter screening data correctly, generate an automatic PRISMA flow chart, customize your diagram, and export it for publication or thesis submission. Let's get started. Before we begin, let's briefly understand what a PRISMA flow diagram is. PRISMA stands for Preferred Reporting Items for Systematic Reviews and Meta-Analyses. The flow diagram helps researchers transparently report how studies were identified, screened, assessed for eligibility, and finally included in the review. The PRISMA 2020 format contains 4 major stages. Adding the Figure 1. Open your review in RevMan and ensure you are in the Text of Review tab. 2. In the left-hand navigation pane, scroll down to find the Figures section. 3. Right-click on Figures and select Add Figure from the context menu. 4. The new Figure Wizard window will appear. Select the radio button for Study Flow Diagram, PRISMA template. 5. Click Next. 6. In the caption field, type a title for your figure, such as Study Flow Diagram. 7. Click Finish. The default PRISMA template will appear in the main window. Editing the identification box, top left. 1. Double-click the top left box labeled Number of Records Identified through Database Searching to open the Edit Flowchart box window. 2. Delete the default text. 3. Type the header Number of Records Identified through Database Searching. 4. In my case, I had extracted in a Word document. Therefore, I copy this data from the Word document and pasted it in respective box as follows. O PubMed, n equals 21. O EBSCO, n equals 6. O Web of Science, n equals 7. 5. Add a total line at the bottom. Total equals n equals 34. 6. Since the text is now longer, go to the Width in Pixels field at the bottom of the window and increase it, for example, from 120 to 200, so the text fits properly. 7. Click OK. Editing the Other Sources box, top right. 1. Double-click the top right box labeled Number of Additional Records Identified through Other Sources. 2. Change the text to Number of Additional Records Identified through Other Sources, n equals 0. 3. Adjust the width in pixels to 200 to accommodate the text. 4. Click OK. Editing the Duplicates box 1. Double-click the box below labeled Number of Records after duplicates removed. 2. The user in the video customizes the text to read Number of duplicate records removed, n equals 0. 3. Click OK. Editing the screening box. 1. Double-click the box labeled Number of Records Screened. 2. Change the text to Number of Records Screened. 3. Implied step based on previous actions. You would likely add the count, for example, n equals 34, here as well. Updating the screening phase 1. Edit Records Screened. Double-click the box labeled Number of Records Screened. Change the text to Number of Records Screened and add the count on a new line, n equals 34. Click OK. 2. Edit Records Excluded. Double-click the box to the right, labeled Number of Records Excluded. Change the text to Number of Records Excluded and add the count, n equals 16. Click OK. Updating the eligibility phase. Note, I briefly switched to a Word document to verify the data points before continuing. 1. Edit Full Text Assessed. Double-click the box labeled Number of Full Text Articles Assessed for Eligibility. Change the text to number of full-text articles assessed for eligibility and add the count n equals 18. Click OK. 2. Edit full text. Excluded. Double-click the box to the right, labeled Number of full-text articles excluded with reasons. Change the text to number of full-text articles excluded with reasons and add the count n equals 4. Click OK. Finalizing the inclusion phase. 1. Delete quantitative box. Scroll to the bottom of the diagram. Right-click the very last box labeled Number of studies included in quantitative synthesis, meta-analysis, and select Delete. 2. Edit final inclusion box. Double-click the remaining bottom box, originally labeled Number of studies included in qualitative synthesis. Change O to number. Edit the text to combine the synthesis types. Number of studies included in qualitative and quantitative synthesis. O, add the final count. N equals 14. 3. Click OK. The PRISMA Flow Diagram is now complete, accurately reflecting the study selection process from identification to final inclusion. You've just transformed a blank RevMan template into a clean, publication-ready PRISMA Flow Diagram, one of the most heavily scrutinized figures in any systematic review. I know the software can feel a little rigid at first, but you've just mastered a skill that will save you hours, streamline your methods section, and make your review stand out to journal editors and peer reviewers. If this walkthrough saved you time or cleared up confusion, do me a quick favor. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We're building a complete step-by-step library for systematic reviews and meta-analyses, and I don't want you to miss the next piece of the puzzle. Speaking of which, our next video is already in production. We're diving into T's, how to generate and customize forest plots in RevMan, / building risk of bias tables that actually make sense. The exact skill you'll need right after this. I'm breaking it down so you can replicate it in under 10 minutes, no guesswork required. Before you go, drop a comment below. What stage of your review are you working on right now? And what's the one RevMan, PRISMA, or meta-analysis step that's tripping you up? I read every single comment, and your questions directly shape our upcoming tutorials. Keep up the meticulous work. Stay focused. If this tutorial has helped you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more research and systematic review tutorials. Also, let me know in the comments, what research software should I cover next after we are through with all processes using RevMan? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video as we cover risk of bias assessment using RevMan.